You got fucking oxygen. Every now and then you get a chance to chop it up with a guy named Ahmad. Ahmad, let's
Yes,
talk. Let's
sir.
talk about sports, man. What's going on?
Not much, not much. Just out here in Atlanta, hoping the Falcons and Hawks have a good season next year.
Falcons, Hawks. Falcons? They got that second-year quarterback. What's his name?
Michael Penix,
Penix. How's he looking?
he's looking good. He has that left arm. So I'm hoping, he's a good replacement to Kirk Cousins. Kirk's obviously going to be the second string quarterback this year. So we'll see. I don't think he's a
Really?
bad backup, unless if he leaves. But I'm pretty sure he's going to stay on.
Yeah, Kirk's getting paid, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I think he's going to be making 40 mil just riding the bench.
That's a weird situation. You're spending 40 mil for a guy that's going to play hardly at all.
I know, but I love Kirk. I love Kirk. I'm a fan of his.
I'm actually a big fan of his too, and I actually thought to myself, when Atlanta had a chance to go for any position player they could have gone for other than quarterback, and they went for quarterback in the first round right after signing Kirk to big
Oh,
money. I thought to myself, who the fuck is the GM of that team?
yeah. I don't think anybody was excited at first when we drafted Michael Penix as our first overall pick, but hopefully it pays off. We'll see.
Football's a weird game. Sometimes you turn your head for a quick second and you see this guy just come out of nowhere and just crush it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So talk a little bit about this weekend. You had Shaq come out to Vegas. I was
Yep.
there. We had a chance to see Shaq in action. We had a chance to see him interview Mike Tyson. Talk a little bit about what that was like.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, NBA just had their NBA draft, and with that comes Summer League. So we planned a Shaq live event at Summer League. It was at the Industrial Event Space.
Great
Great.
space, by the way. Great space.
Absolutely.
You
Yep.
guys
You guys check
crushed
it
it
out
on the
for a little
venue.
bit. No, it was really great. It was really great setup for the guests as well. But we filmed on Saturday. Had a few guests out. It was we started off with Mike Tyson. Who wouldn't want to love to come out and see Iron Mike? It was good, man. He was super excited to actually come out, be on the show with Shaq. I was a little nervous. It's like, oh, like what's the attitude going to be like when he first pops in? As soon as he gets out the car, making jokes, having a good time, hopped on stage, everything went smoothly. So he was our first guest. Definitely ran. I think we filmed for almost an hour with
Yeah.
Mike. We opened up the
Mike
floor.
had a great story. I actually love that story about how Shaq came to see him when he was in prison.
Mhm.
That was a great story. I mean, that was when Shaq was young, relatively young,
Yeah, it
and
was.
nobody sees you in prison. Nobody wants to come see you when you're in prison, and
Mhm.
that was a great story. I love that story.
It is, and I think when you're in prison, I'm sure you start to see who's really there for you and who's not. So
You
I'm
can.
happy to
I
take
always
that
tell
one.
people if you can count your friends on one hand, you're pretty lucky.
Yes, sir. I completely agree with that. I love having a small group.
Trust
Yeah.
me. People even think you think you got a million followers and that some of those people are your friends.
Mhm.
Real friends, you can probably count on one hand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's good to know that Shaq and Tyson are real friends, at least it's what it seems like. So
100%.
and great to have him out on the show as well.
And
So
then Shaq went and did a little DJ Diesel over at the Win.
he did. Yeah. After we wrapped up with Mike, we also had the Morris twins come on. They sat on with the big man for another 30 minutes. And then yeah, right at 5 o'clock, Shaq left, got ready for his DJ set, and had from what I saw, an amazing show at the Win.
Yeah.
So crowd
Did
was
you have a chance
full.
to go there, or didn't you have to fly out that night?
I had to fly out early the next morning,
Oh, good,
so
good.
I like to get my sleep. And we
Yeah.
film at Shaq's house
Where'd you
every night.
stay? Where'd you stay when you were in town?
We were at the Hilton at Resorts World.
Oh, the Hilton Resorts World?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
place is nice.
it was great, and we had the eight lounge cigar lounges out there, and we also filmed the OGs podcast with Mike Miller and Udonis Haslam at the eight
Oh,
lounge.
really?
Yes, which was also in
How was
Resort.
that? The Eight Lounge is nice, but I can't think of where you could literally do a good podcast. Did you do it in one of those private rooms in the back?
We did it in the back
That probably
room.
makes the most sense.
Yeah, it made sense. We had the TV up in the back. We kind of moved the couches a little bit, and it was great. We knocked out a few episodes. I'm not a big cigar smoker, So I didn't realize how much the cigar smoke was going to hurt my head. So I remember leaving the podcast and I'm like, I need Excedrin or some ibuprofen right
Yeah,
away.
no, cigar
Uh,
smoke does the same thing for me. And it's
yeah,
funny too because I hate to say it, but I'd rather be in a room full of people smoking weed than cigars.
I'm
Cigars
right
give me
there.
headache. Weed
Yeah,
just makes me just feel like really good. I sleep well. I
yeah.
could sit in a room full of weed, but cigar, it's the worst headache, man.
It hurt, man. Yeah, again, I'm not really a cigar guy, so I didn't realize how strong it was. And you could see it. I mean, there's obviously the lounge was open in the main area, and we just had the private area. So as soon as you stepped out, cigar smoke everywhere. But
All right,
it was still a great location, though.
I gotta ask you this question, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a hard one. I gotta ask you, who's the GOAT? Jordan, LeBron,
Ooh.
or Kobe?
Man, my older cousin was a huge, huge Kobe fan growing up, and he kind of implemented it on me. So, his name is also Ahmed. He was always my big role model in life. So I've always been a huge Kobe fan. Um, I grew up as a soccer player, so I wasn't really watching basketball as much in the youth. And then as a youth, as a young kid, and then as I got older, LeBron obviously had the main stage, at least from when I was starting to get into basketball. So LeBron will always to me be a goat, but nobody will have a place in my heart like as Kobe does. I mean, he
Yeah, I
was the
miss
first one,
Kobe.
Mamba mentality, all that good stuff that really
Loved everything about Kobe and his life. I think he was just getting started too on his second greatness tour.
mhm.
I think he was just starting to become great at business, and he was about to do some amazing things before he died. I'm not. I feel like it's a sad thing that we had to lose him at such an early age. Pretty sure he's in heaven with Gigi watching down at this
Absolutely.
podcast, going, "Fuck yeah, let's go."
Absolutely. I love it. I'll take it.
All right. Well, there you go, Kobe. Kobe.
Yes, sir.
You know,
The
I
goat.
gotta I gotta say, he was a special human being. And by the
Mhm.
way, I mean, seriously, if you can get Jordan to do fucking Jordan tears on stage at your funeral, fuck, of course you touched his heart.
Absolutely.
I still remember Jordan's speech, and now they're gonna make fun of me again because I'm crying. I'm like, it's okay, buddy,
If
cry.
there's ever a moment to cry, right?
Oh my God! And then Shaq was crying, and you could see him crying on the at the funeral. Yeah, that was a tough one, man. That was really a tough one.
No,
So
I still remember
talk,
how I found out.
talk a little bit about some of the other podcasts you work with, because you mentioned Shaq, mentioned Mike Miller, and who else?
Udonis Haslam.
The two OGs. They played
That's
on the
why.
Heat together, didn't they?
Yes, sir. And that's why we call it the OGs podcast.
Oh, I love it, man.
Yep.
Mike could hit that three. When he got
Man,
hot, he could hit that three.
he really could, man. Those
How long
guys.
did Udonis play? I think he played like
Well, I remember he
4 years,
went
didn't he?
undrafted. Yeah, he went undrafted after Florida. I think he went over to Europe for like 1 or 2 years, and then got picked up by the NBA.
Yeah, but
As
didn't he
far as
play like a long stretch? Like I want to say 19, 20 years, didn't he?
I think so.
Hey
I'd have to.
Siri, how many years did Udonis Haslam play?
Looks like he played 04, 03, 04 to 2023. Yeah, 20
Holy
years.
bananas.
I didn't even realize he played for
I
that long.
know that's one thing that Udonis always caught me is he just stuck around, and I think he won
Mhm.
a bunch of rings too. He's
Oh
one of
yeah.
the quiet guys that won a bunch of rings on other teams.
Well, and he was always on the Heat, and now he's an assistant coach at the Heat as well. So
Oh, is
he's
he?
yes,
I
sir. So
bet
he
you I
live
bet
and
you he's
dies now.
great for the Heat.
Oh, absolutely.
The Heat had a
OG.
good year last year, didn't they?
Udonis or the
No, the
Heat?
Heat.
They went to the playoffs. They knocked off my boys in the playing round, the Hawks.
Oh, did
Um,
they?
in the first round of the playing games. But yeah, they ended up knocking us out, making it to the playoffs, and then I think they got knocked out in the first
I'm
round.
going to Miami on Saturday and hosting a private dinner
Oh
for
no.
some entrepreneurs, and I'm doing 6 hours of podcast on there also. And
Ooh.
Miami has now become the Heat have now become Tyler Hero's team.
Oh,
He's the
absolutely.
lead dog now.
We had him on the OGs podcast too.
Oh, did you?
We did. Definitely a great episode having him in. And I just moved back to Atlanta from Fort Lauderdale, so
Oh,
I
did
am
you?
missing the Fort Lauderdale Miami beaches. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna live in Miami area, Fort Lauderdale is where I would choose because Miami's just so crowded right now.
It
Like,
is,
it's
man.
just so crowded.
Yep. And with that new Bright Line train, I love taking that train down to Miami because we film
Does
our
it? It stops in Fort Lauderdale, doesn't it?
Yep, it starts in West Palm Beach or starts in Orlando,
It
but in
goes to
South.
Orlando, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes all the way to Orlando, West Palm Beach to Orlando, and then from West Palm Beach to Miami has like 5 or 6 stops. Aventura, Fort Lauderdale,
How long does it
Boca.
take to get from Miami to Orlando on that thing?
Oh, 3 hours, 3.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
My little sister goes to UCF, so I remember taking the train to go see her a couple times.
UCF. What is that?
Central Florida.
No, what's their what's yeah, I know what that is, but
Oh,
what's
the
their
Knights.
the Knights? Is that what
The
they are? The
Knights?
Knights.
I think it's the Knights.
I thought it was something else.
I'm confident saying that. Yeah, UCF Knights.
Is it the Knights?
Yes, sir.
They had that like little spark there where they had that one football season where they had a little bit of spark that they could like.
Well, they have the unofficial national champions on their in their stadium. I forgot. It's because they didn't get selected to be in the
Oh, they got
playoffs.
cheated. Yeah, they got
Yeah, and they
cheated.
were undefeated, I believe.
Yeah, they were. Like, yeah, how could
Yep.
you not? How could you not get in the playoffs being undefeated? That just seemed
Crazy,
horrible. Yeah,
crazy.
horrible.
But they recognized themselves as national champs that year, and honestly, I love it for the culture. I think it's kind of funny.
I actually love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
give the
not as well.
NCAA a nice big fuck off.
Exactly, exactly.
The NCAA has been corrupt for decades and taking advantage of athletes, and especially football athletes.
Mhm.
They're literally run by
I mean,
Nazis.
even nowadays, NIL just became a thing. It's still recent, right? Where college kids
It's
get
recent,
played.
but you know what's
Hey,
really interesting is the NIL collectives.
that I'm not a fan of.
Like
I'm a fan of players
I
getting
find
paid.
I find it in well, I mean, if you're a fan of players getting paid, then the collectives are great because they're really getting
Well, I'm a fan of them getting paid based off of their name, image, likeness, from brand buy-ins, whatever, brand opportunities, whatever it is. But it's having a collective offer a kid $2 million to leave the school he's currently at, the school that he committed to. I'm not a fan of that.
Well, think
Right.
about this for a second. If you got a collective, the nice thing about it is the money gets spread around a bunch of players. But
Absolutely.
NIL was rewarding the ones with the biggest social media, the quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers. Hey, I'm all for the big fat Samoan offensive tackle getting some money too. You
Yep.
can't you can't run for a touchdown without a couple of big fat Samoan guys in front of you. You need
I
those fat guards. You need those chunky asses.
I agree. I agree. I think it's just also cool to see with social media. You could be a D2, D3 JUCO athlete, have a social media following of 50, 100K, still get some great brand deals as a lower division athlete, and maybe that turns into a career for you after you're done playing your college sports across all sports too. It's not just football.
Yeah.
You'll see soccer players that are playing D2 have a great social media following and get even Nike or Gatorade sponsorships based off of their name, image, and likeness. And that I am a fan of.
So talk a little bit about what your roadmap looks like over now you're at Players Collective, right? Or
Playmaker.
Playmakers. So
Yep.
talk a little bit about your roadmap for Playmakers. What do you guys have that you guys are cooking in the kitchen?
Absolutely. Yeah. So there's essentially two sides, at least in my role. There's essentially two departments here at Playmaker. We have our main podcasts, right? We have the big podcast with Shaq and Adam Lefko, roommates with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, OGs with Mike Miller, Udonis Haslam, Unapologetically Angel with Angel Reese, and Get Got with Marshawn Lynch and Mike Robb,
Oh, I
which
love
is
that.
a great
Marshawn's
one.
right here in Vegas too, right?
Yep. Yeah, he splits time as far as the podcast goes. Splits time between Vegas and California, but we do film a variety of episodes in Vegas. So those are the 5 big name pods. Of course, more to come. And then the other part is our original content series, our branded content series. One of the last campaigns I just worked on was with Hellman's Mayo. We partnered with 6 NFL players, 2 players from 3 different markets. So we did Baker Mayfield and Tristan Wirfs. It was
Kristen
essentially
who?
Tristan Wirfs. He's one of the I believe he's an O lineman. He's really good. For him and Tristan or him and Baker are basically best friends on and off the field at the Bucks.
Oh, so
Um,
they both play for the Bucks.
yeah, they both play for Tampa Bay. So
And
we
what did
got
you do
them.
with Hellman's mayonnaise? Please keep this above board.
Absolutely,
Tell me there
absolutely.
was no blow up inflatable tub. This is a
No.
scene from fucking what was it? Old school.
Yeah,
My boy Blue,
no,
my
no,
boy
none of
Baker.
I love it.
Baker, Baker, you're my boy.
That is hilarious. No, it was essentially it was a fun cooking competition. We had both
Competition. Was there a
yeah,
tub?
there was no I mean a tub of buffalo chicken dip. That's what they did. It was a cooking competition. We had Chef Tiana G as the host, and Baker and Tristan essentially had to compete to see who would make the best game day dish, which in this episode was buffalo chicken dip. And
Interesting. Who won?
I believe I have the picture. Tristan won.
I knew it. I
Tristan,
knew it. You always got
yep,
to put your money on the fat man. Do
you
not
do.
let fat people ever lose a cooking contest.
Let me see if I have the picture from his winning days. But that was a fun one. We also did
What did he make? Wing dip?
buffalo chicken dip.
Well, that sounds
Yep.
good. What was in it?
It was really good. We got to
Almonds,
try it at the
mayonnaise,
end.
probably chicken breast,
Some
buffalo
cheese.
sauce.
Yes, sir. Yep.
That's it.
That
Hopefully,
was
there's.
pretty much it. And it was nice that we had a real chef being the host of the series because she was able to make sure everything was properly executed. And
What
definitely
Baker make?
they both made buffalo chicken dip.
Oh, they both
It
made the
was
same.
Yep. But each episode was different. Like when we did Darius Slay and Avante Maddox, I don't remember off the top of my head what they made, but they competed in a different dish. And then we also did Will Levis.
Will Levis.
He was
A
already
breakout year this year because I don't know, man. He had this moment where in time where I thought he was going to be good, and then he had this other moment in time where I thought he was going to be shit. He's right in between good and shit. This has got to be his breakout year.
it has to be, man. I'm hoping so. I'm pulling for him. I loved working with him. He's a great guy. So I'm hoping him and the Titans have a good season.
The Titans should be okay if Will Levis is okay. If he's not okay, who's their backup? Who do they got playing there? Oh, by the
The,
way, we got to talk about this. We got to talk. We got to talk about this shit. What the fuck is that bullshit that they did to Teddy Bridgewater?
what did they do?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
So he volunteers as a high school coach.
Oh, when he won the state champion.
Huh?
Yeah. Or sorry, go on.
And he's just trying to do some good. Buy
Mm-hmm.
some kids some Uber rides, make sure they have food. Spend like $200,000 on Uber rides and food for all his kids in high school. Literally, not even officially a coach.
Yeah.
They suspend him for violating some fine print clause that says you can't do that for high school kids.
Oh,
Now, these are kids that need a ride home. These are kids that need food in their belly. These are kids that needed that. He did that out of the goodness of his heart. Like, what the fuck is wrong with the society these days? Like, dude, you want to see stuff like that. You want to see, guys that are giving back to the community. You want to see somebody that is connecting with kids. You want these kids to connect with Teddy Bridgewater, not with some fucking gang member in their town. Not get them going in the wrong direction. Hey, you can make thousands selling drugs. No, motherfucker. You can hang with Teddy Bridgewater and he'll buy you lunch and he'll make sure you get a ride home to your mom.
Oh, and win you a state
Suspend
championship.
him? They suspend him for that shit. That's just
Yeah.
there's some people that think they have too much power in life. That's the stuff you give an award to. You say, hey, we want to honor you. We want to say, hey, this is the type of men that you need in your community. This is the type of men you need leading young men.
Absolutely. No, I couldn't agree more. I had no idea that even happened. Oh, it happened
You
one
go
day
read
ago.
about it. It's literally horrific.
Yeah. No, there's still articles coming out about it right now.
Yeah, it's literally straight up insane. I
And
mean,
he won them a state championship.
yeah, I mean, think about this for a second. If I help young kids win a state championship, create a team environment, literally bond with each other, those young kids are going to have relationships with their teammates for decades after this.
Oh,
If I did that, we won state champ. Fuck yeah, we're getting Ubers. We're going to fucking Chipotle. We're
Can at least get some food to celebrate.
some fun. We're gonna have some fun at Chipotle.
Yes,
Like Chipotle,
sir.
you better load up on supplies because we're hitting you hard. We're getting guac for everyone. We're getting burritos. And by the way, shout out to Chipotle. They're not a sponsor with me yet, but I got to tell you, I could go there every fucking day. I love that place. That place is good.
It is. It's a classic spot, that's for sure.
So let's do something big. Let's do something really big. Let's bring Shaq. Let's bring Angel Reese to LSU. Rent out a 100,000 square foot facility. Let's do it during homecoming week. Let's do it in October when the weather's nice and chill in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Let's get Raising Cane's involved. I had a chance to hang out with him at the Super Bowl. Let's do something big. Let's do it during homecoming week. Let's do 5 to 10,000 crazy LSU Tiger fans in a parking lot and a live podcast with Shaq, another live podcast with Angel Reese, and 60, maybe 40 other big branded podcasts. Let's do it.
I love it, man. I'm down. I
My
definitely
grandmother once said, right?
What
My grandmother once said, right?
was that?
Never gonna fucking learn how to swim until you get in the water.
You're not wrong.
We're never gonna learn.
He's not wrong.
We'd like to bring Shaq and Angel Reese back home to LSU October 20th and 21st for LSU's homecoming week. Do a live podcast at a massive golf facility. Shout out to Golf Suites, by the way.
Let's make it happen, man.
Shout out to Raising Cane's, best fucking chicken finger on the planet. You're a fan of Raising Cane's, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
love me some
God.
Raising Cane's.
That's just
We used to
fucking
only have
amazing.
one in Georgia. Now we have some more.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I got to tell you, I go get like the $45, 25 piece Raising Cane's. And, I'm a single dad of 4 dogs. And I get out those Raising Cane's. I got 4 faces looking at me going, hey,
Let me get a bite.
help me out, buddy. When my little guys get a piece of that Raising Cane's, they're just like, fuck, yes.
They might be the new Raising Cane's dog. You never know. Bring them out.
Funny. Raising Cane's was named after his dog.
Absolutely. They got a whole Instagram page dedicated to their dogs.
Yep. Yeah, I love everything about that guy. I love everything. His product, his brand, his business, even his employees. You go into a Raising Cane's, guarantee you every single time you will be impressed by the team that's behind the counter.
Absolutely. No, they got a great organization going on over there. They even have some really cool themed restaurants. I know they did a partnership with Post Malone.
Yeah, they did one with Moses, not Malone. What's his name? Malone.
Well, they did one with Post Malone in Utah.
Post Malone in Utah, right?
Yep.
Actually, he did one in Texas with the Dallas Cowboys, didn't he? Isn't that Post Malone's deal also?
There could be one in Texas too.
Yeah, it's got a big star.
A variety of
you got your computer there, right?
Yes.
Google Raising Cane's Texas Post Malone. I guarantee you when you see it, you'll be like, holy fuck. Like, I got to go. I was just in Dallas. I got to go check that one out. Shout out to
my yeah, I see it with a big star outside of it.
That out.
Yeah.
Is that Post Malone's deal too?
I guess so. Yeah, it says Star Power Post Malone Designs ... So I'm sure.
Crazy nice looking place, isn't it?
Oh yeah, here's his picture with the Cowboys.
And then he did one in Salt Lake City also, didn't he?
Correct.
Yeah.
That was a Post Malone themed one.
Yeah, I got Post Malone, man. Way to go. Shout out. 2 great locations.
Oh man, he's crushing it too on the music side as well, both from starting off in rap and moving over to country. So you love to see it.
He's moving over to country?
Oh, he made a song with Morgan Wallen. I think he has a couple other country.
Morgan Wallen walkouts are amazing.
Oh yeah, man. He gets the best surprises on his walkouts with
he just did a walkout in Miami with Jason Taylor.
That's right. He just did another one. I'm blanking on who it was. Oh man, I don't want to sit here and just keep thinking, but his walkouts are.
All right, so listen, I can't have people see this podcast without us doing another one, part 2, where we drop some more little nuggets out of the kitchen. So why don't we chop it up in about 2 weeks? Why don't you and I get in the kitchen, cook something up, and let everyone at LSU sit on the edge of their seat and wonder, what the fuck are we doing for homecoming week?
All right, sounds good, man.
All right, buddy. Hey, I always ask people to do this.
Yeah.
You're in a great career. You're doing some amazing things with some people. You're building some amazing brands. Tell people that might be afraid to chase their dreams, that might be just a little scared to just go for it. Tell people something inspirational, something that will inspire them to do something great with their lives.
Well, I got kicked out of my high school, man. I went to summer school, 6th grade.
That's the best start to one of those I've ever done. All right, I'm going to inspire you. I got kicked out of my high school.
I'm just saying, man, I was a summer school kid. I always struggled throughout high school. And I had zero plans to go to college and essentially work a real job. But everything turned for me when I went to an alternative school. They kind of helped put some belief in me that like, hey, listen, you don't have to be the smartest one out there. You just have to outwork everyone else. So that eventually took me to a junior college. Got to play a little bit of soccer at JUCO. Got my
What'd you
GPA out
play?
from
What'd you play?
I
Goalie,
played soccer.
midfield,
I played goalkeeper. Sorry,
goalkeeper?
I was a goalkeeper.
Did you
Yes,
get to
sir.
wear those big ass gloves? Because for
Yeah.
whatever reason in soccer, they let you wear these gloves. They're like
Yep.
fucking the size of a fire
Huge.
hydrant can or something. I'm like,
Yeah,
I tried on goalie gloves once and I was like, oh shit, this is
they're
cool.
huge, and they're
And
super
they got the
sticky too.
grippy substance on there too.
Yep. Super sticky, great for catching balls. Some of them have the little finger inserts too, so you don't break your fingers, but I'm not a big fan of those because I like to have a little more control. But yeah, man, had no plans to go to college, ended up going to the JUCO route, then transferred to university, graduated high school with a 1.8 GPA, graduated college with a 3.9, and then got my start in influencer marketing, and then from there took off, started getting some music campaigns and brand campaigns, made my way over to sports, and now I'm out here talking to you.
So
That's
when it got tough on you, which I'm sure it did, it got tough on
absolutely,
you a lot of times. What did you tell yourself to get through the tough times?
man. I mean, there was parts of COVID where I went back to working in restaurants. You know what I mean? After my first
Raising
2 years,
Cane's, Chipotle.
I wish, I wish, man. I was always a fine dining kind of guy.
Listen, I got news
You
for you. If I had to fucking go pick a place to go work at, fucking, I go right to Chipotle. I sometimes want to go work there for free just so I can make some fucking
get the move.
guacamole. That guac is so fresh, so good. They had this honey Chipotle chicken thing recently. By the way, you
Mhm.
fuckers took it off the menu. And by the way, I'd
I
like to
can't.
bring back some of the brisket again. I don't know
Oh
if you know
yeah,
this, but that did you try the Chipotle brisket when they had it?
I did not.
Oh
I
my
tried the honey
fucking
chicken
God.
though. I did
Dude,
get the
it
chicken.
was fire. It was so fucking good. By the
I
way, if I
love
don't get sponsored by Chipotle in some fashion after this episode, you guys are cuckoo because I'm a fan. But at the end of the day, I learned one thing in life. Doesn't matter what you do in life. Life is a journey. It's an adventure.
it. Absolutely,
Make each and every day count. You get one day at a time. Make today count.
absolutely. I'm right there with you, man.
All right. So he's mad. He got kicked out of high school. I gotta hear that story one day. Here, I'll tell you what, we'll chop it up and talk about that story one day, and then I'll share with you my story when I spent 10 days in jail.
I love it, man. I'm looking forward to hearing that story.
By the way, shout out to Cook County Jail. I'm
Cook
never coming
County.
back. Yeah, you don't want to go there. 26 in California. I was literally not the meanest human being there. All
I
right,
love it,
Ahmed.
man. I'm
Great
looking
chopping
forward
it
to
up
it.
with you. Let's do it again soon. Let's cook something up in the kitchen. Let's make some shit happen.
Let's do it, man. I'm excited.
All right, buddy.